What's up, HaZe? Backstage right now, Now Night Out, our second annual Now Night Out. And it is my pleasure to introduce AJR.
Hello.
Welcome to St. Louis.
Thank you so much for having us.
We were just talking before the interview here, and I think I know you from Twitter because I am a huge fan. There's only a handful of bands that I've worked with in my 16 years of radio where I'm like, yeah, interview them, and you're a fan. You're one of them. That's it.
That is really cool.
I
Seriously,
love it.
really nice. Thank you.
It really is. Is it your first time to St. Louis? Or?
No, we've been here a couple times. We played Lou Fest a couple
Oh,
years
Lou
ago.
Fest, yeah.
I
Okay.
think that was an early show for us. Yeah, that was great. Oh my
Nice.
god.
Yeah, it was a good time down at Forest Park.
Yeah.
So it all started with me at a friend's bar. I was with the boss at DB's in Soulard, and I hear this song play because he programs all his own music at his bar, and I hear, "No, thank you," and I'm like, and I started listening to the lyrics a week, and that was my official theme song. It
Really? That's so
is.
awesome. You just heard the no thank you and you were hooked? Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, it's like one sip, bad for me, one hit, bad for me, and it's like,
I can relate
but
to
I'm
that.
weak, but
Yeah.
what's wrong with that? You know?
He had such a weird story. The person that reached out to you yesterday about the rehab thing.
Oh my god, yeah. So like this is kind of grim, but a friend of mine is like in rehab now. She's fine. It's not that big a
like
deal.
an old friend from, like,
yeah,
middle school,
and she was like, Jack, like all of my rehab friends, their favorite song is Weak, and I was like, that's the last song they should be listening to in
Like
rehab.
That's
the
true.
one song
That's
should
the one
not
song
be
that should be banned
They
from
should be
rehab.
strong,
For
the opposite
sure.
of that.
Yeah, one hit bad for me. I give in. So don't give in. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
That's it. Yeah.
But that's it, because there's some late nights where I'm at home, and then it's like, but I give in so easily. And
totally.
it's like, that's it.
On a more casual basis, everyone can relate to that song.
Absolutely.
For
And
sure.
I think it's cool because, like, people can relate to that because you're weak, and that's it. But
Yeah.
if
What are you
that
gonna
makes
do?
sense.
You know?
I mean,
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not famous.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. I like that. Where did that stem from?
Yeah. So we had our very first single was called "I'm Ready," and it was from like 4 years ago.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah.
Of course.
He knows the drum beat.
Yeah.
So we had that, and it was like a pretty big song. It like went platinum, and we would do meet and greets, and fans would say, "What's it like to be famous?" And we would always say, "We're not famous," because
famous.
like we had a song and people know it, but we definitely weren't famous. And we thought that it would be a really cool idea to take that and put a positive spin on it. Like, why is it so great to not be famous? And that's
Right.
what we wrote the song about.
Exactly. And you wrote the album in your living room, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
It is true. Every song was written and produced and recorded by the three of us in our living room.
That's crazy. And I heard somewhere there's like, you had like pots and pans you've used. It sounds
Oh,
like
yeah.
your sound is unique. It's like a tortilla filled with like melodies. And it's just
I like that you
insane.
said tortilla.
It is. It's just like a melody tortilla.
Yeah, I think a lot of our sound comes from the fact that we're in the living room, because I think when you come from a place of feeling maybe like a little inferior to the rest of the radio, like when I listen to the Chainsmokers and their huge sound,
Right.
I could never recreate what they do. I don't have expensive enough equipment, so all I can do is be the best at something unique. So it kind of drove us to come up with our own unique sound,
Right.
because of feeling a little inferior to like the
Absolutely.
Chainsmokers.
Now, so you produce, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Right? And then Jack, obviously, you sing. And then Adam, you kind of do the business side as well.
You know a lot
right?
about us, yeah.
I told you.
Wikipedia.
Oh, this is Wikipedia.
That's
there we go.
it. But I mean, that's it. And it's kind of, you guys combine together. And growing up together is what is really intriguing to me. As like the parents, the family has to be proud. It's like, like one brother might become famous, like Bruno Mars, and then all you guys are doing your thing.
Yeah, we've been doing it a while. It's been like 10 years of this, and we started off street performing. So at that point, our parents were like, oh, you want to street perform? Oh, okay, just try it out. And then they watched us for like 8 years have absolutely no success. And they supported us the whole way. They were like, keep going, keep developing yourself as an artist. And then now it's finally starting to pay off.
It's working. I saw you guys' Instagram in Milwaukee last night in that crowd. I mean, you're selling out crowds all over the nation. It's insane.
Yeah, it was nuts. In the meet and greet yesterday, actually, some fans came up to us and said, we saw you a year ago in a park in Chicago, and we were struggling to get 20 people to come out to see us in a park. And last night, we sold out in Milwaukee, which is not as big as Chicago. And it was just absolutely nuts for them to come and say that to us, because we've been touring for the last year, so we didn't really have that perspective until they actually said it to us. And it was just amazing.
It's got to be an overwhelming feeling at that, and very gratifying. It reminds me a lot of 21 Pilots. I saw them at a small venue, and then I saw them at a bigger venue at the Chaffetz Arena, and then they're selling out stadiums and they're winning Grammys.
It's just the perfect example that formula just works so well. It's just if you play shows and if you work really hard, then you're just gonna get big. People will kind of catch on, you know, and that's so great. They're just so creative and special.
And I think the most powerful, like even more powerful than Spotify, is word of mouth. And that's kind of what we're discovering, that we've tapped into this breed of fans that actually buys albums.
Oh, yeah.
Actually comes to shows and tell each other about shows and stuff. And so I'm really happy that we've kind of tapped into those fans.
So many people say that the album is dead and that Adele is the only person who can sell albums anymore. But I mean, we put out our album a month ago and it's still selling. And we worked really hard on this album called The Click to put together 13 songs that made sense to listen to together. And it wasn't just let's put out a single and then a single and then a single. We really wanted to convey something a little bit different with this body of work, and we're so appreciative that fans are kind of responding to that.
And then when we added to touch base back to that bar where I heard the song, I introduced him to Drama. He introduced me to Week.
Oh, yeah?
And Drama is just so true. When did all my friends become so loud? Well, and I feel like Facebook or social media, everyone's, you know, a keyboard warrior, and I felt like I could kind of relate to that.
Yeah, like Adam was saying, we tried to write 13 songs that were just very, very specific to today's culture, and Drama is just one of those things that's like everyone is so obsessed with just the most pointless issues. Everyone's like freaking out over the Katy Perry, Taylor Swift feud.
Ridiculous.
When there are real problems that we should actually be
And
worried
we're not
about.
saying, why are you doing this? We do it, maybe more than anyone else.
Sure.
You know, so we're calling ourselves out for it as well. You
And
know?
I don't think anyone has said that. I don't think we've even announced this yet, but Drama is the next single.
Yes!
So you know, and you guys are the first to know that
I love it.
Drama is our next single.
Well, we featured Week. After I heard it at the bar, we had it on our new music feature, What's Next Now feature on Now 96.3. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is in rotation. And
Oh, thank you so much for playing it, then. It's awesome.
yeah, it's awesome. And it's great. AJR, backstage, Now Night Out. It is a pleasure to meet you guys.
Thanks so much, man.
I cannot wait to see you guys perform for
it's
the
gonna
first
be
time
fun.
today.
Absolutely.
Thanks for hanging out. It's Now 96.3.